welcome everyone. I am Kusum from BC Expert and today I am welcome you all to this tutorial section on C programming. In this tutorial we shall discuss the operators, which are increment operators and decrement operators. Increment operators and decrement operators are basically used when the loops are included in the program. We shall discuss about the loops in much detailed way in upcoming concept. For now, let us understand that the control statement will be executed for multiple times when the increment or decrement operators are included in the program. I++ defines that it is the incrementing and I-, is defines that it is the decrementing. You can either use any of the variable for A to Z along with the increment symbol which happens to be a plus and decrementing symbol which happens to be minus. Which is, let us discuss about the next type of operators, which are the assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign the value to the variable in C programming language. For example, if you are declaring the certain value to a variable in a C programming, then you must assign the operator. For example, we have int a is equals to the 10. Here int is the data type and a is the variable name. So the assign the value 10 or to save the value 10 is the variable a. You need 10 in the variable a. You need to use the assignment operator which is equals to and on the same way. If you are using the double equals to symbol, it means that you are comparing the values stored LHS and RHS. For example, if you are using the double equals to b, then the compiler understands that if the value of a is equals to b, then it has to be executed certain commands in the upcoming statement. Let us discuss about that the upcoming concept for now. Let us move on to the next type of operators, which are relational operators. Relational operators is a programming language constant or a operator that tests or defines the relational between two entities or two variables. Example for a relational operators are as follows: greater than, less than, equals to and not equals to. Let us understand relational operators in much better way. Relational operators are generally used between the two or more variables. If you had to compare the greatest among the two values, for example, consider a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 20. Now the user wants to know which is greatest value or greatest variable. Then you will be apply an if condition and declaring the two variables inside the it. As shown here, if a is equal to or less than b, then a particular statement or a particular code segment will be executed. This condition will be true only if else then or equals to b followed by the relational operators. We shall discuss about the logic operators. The logic operators used in a C programming are logical and, logical or and logical not. The logical operators are used to perform the certain operations on the given expression. First we shall discuss the logic and to be executed. Logic and both the sides of LHS and RHS must be true only, then it will be result is a true value. If any one is the other value is false, then it will be result is false value. Similarly, when we come into the logical or, the logical OR function with either one of the values, comparison should be true. For example, if you are comparing A or B, then either A should be true or B should be true. Then the resultant will be automatically true. If both the value are false, then the resultant will be false. Similarly, when you come into the logical NOT, the major functionality of logical NOT is convert the true value into the false. If you are using the NOT operator in front of the true value, then the value will be converted into the false. Followed by the logical operators, we have the bitwise operators. Bitwise operators used to perform the bit operations. dynamic value or converted into the binary values, which are the sequence of the bits, and bitwise operators work on this bit. We have 6 type of the bitwise operators. Firstly, bitwise and bitwise or bitwise not, jaw, left shift and right shift. Followed by this, we shall enter into the most important concept, which is the data types and variables used in C language. The data types used in a C language are categorized into 4 varieties. Firstly, basic data types. Next, we have derived data types. Followed by that, we have the enumeration data types, and lastly we have void data types, which will be discussed about each one of them in detail. Firstly, the basic data types. The basic data types described in C language are int, char, float and double, and followed by that the derived data types are the arrays, pointer, structure and union. The enumeration data types in none other than the data type, which is declared using the keyword enum is front of it. And lastly, we have the data type is void. Now we shall discuss the variable used in C programming. Variable is defined as reserve the memory space, and which is store the value of a definite data type. The value of the variable is not a constant. It allows changes to understand the variables in detail. Variables are something similar to the identifiers. Variables actually store the value which you can assign them. For example, if you declare a variable A with a certain data type and float, you can assign the some value into say 100. Then it will be stored the particular 100 value in the memory location with a float data type. That is the value of 100 will be stored as 100.00 in the certain memory location in the memory allocated to it. Now let us understand the types of variables available in C programming language. The mainly 5 types of the variables supported in C programming language. They are local variable, global variable, automatic variable, static variable and external variable. Now let us discuss about the local variable. First, any variable that is declared inside the code block or a function that has the scope confined to that a particular block of the code. A function is called as the local variable. Let us understand this in detailed way. For example, you are defined as a function inside the main program. So inside the function, you will be declaring some kind of the variables like int a or int b, so that the particular variable is eligible to be used inside only that the particular function, but not inside entire code. So this is way it is called as a local variable, as its scope is being confined to a particular main program or one particular function, not the entire program. For example, here I have declared a function by name BCA, and inside I have declared a local variable by the name is local variable, and I have stored in the certain value that is 10 into it. So I will be able to access this local variable only inside the function at BCA, but not outside the function at BCA. Now let us discuss about the global variable. Global variable, you can see that the global variable is directly the opposite of local variable. The global variables are automatically declared outside the main function itself. Before even you start the coding, will be declaring first the global variables. The speciality of global variable is that you can access the global variables in the main program, as well as the function, or in other way I can say that the global variables can be accessed anywhere in the program. Followed by that, the global variables, we have the static variable. The static variables are also called as a variables, but the only difference is that static variables will never allow you to change the value which they have to store. For example, you can run this code. Here I have declared a local variable 10, and followed by that have also declared another static variable with the name static variable, and I have assigned then a value 10 into it. Now I can perform some operations such as adding one value to the stored into local variable. The local variable will accept it and execute the code, and value of the local variable will be true into 11. But when you come into static variable, and if you want to try these operations on that particular variable, then the compiler will be through an error saying that the static variable cannot be changed. Followed by this, we have the automatic variable. Automatic variable can be declared by using the keyword or two by default variables, which you can see the C programming language are automatic variable. For example, you can see this. I have a main function inside which one have declaring two different variables. One of them is integer data type without local variable name, which is structure the value 10 into it, and other one is also an integer type variable auto, which is stores the value 20. I can either use this auto keyword, or I can just simply declare a variable with integer data type, and I can type the variable name and declare the value into it. Both are considered to be automatic variables. Followed by this, we have the external variable. External variables are declared by using the keyword extern, similarly to the other one, which is auto variable. Here we'll be declaring the external variables with the keyword extern. We can share a variable in a multiple C source files by using the external variable. For example, I have declaring an external variable here of integer data type, and the name of the external variable is external, and it is stored the values 10 inside it. Don't forget to see the keyword which I have to use, which is external, to be declare the external type of variable. Now, similar to rules of declaring the identifiers, we have also the same rules for declaring the variables. The rules are a variable can I have alphabet, digits and underscore, but not the special symbols. Followed by that, we have a variable name can start with the alphabet and underscore. Only it cannot be start with a digit. The next rule is that there should not be white space in between the variable names, as we discussed in the case identifiers. No variable name or no identifiers name should be included a space in between them. If you want to specify the space, then you must use the underscore, but not the actual space. Followed by that, the last rule is that a variable name must not be any reserved word or a keyword. Example, integer or float, which will be see some examples for valid type of the variables that we can declare in a C language. Firstly, in A, where the variable name did not start with any special characters or a space. It just simply started with an alphabet. Followed by that, we have another way of declaring the variables with the underscore, which is the only symbol or the special symbol which is eligible to the present in the variable name. Followed by that, we have the last type of the valid variables name, which started with an alphabet and it ended with a digit, which is acceptable. Now we shall also discuss some invalid types of the variable names, where the first one is int2. Here the variable name started with an integer value or the number, which is invalid. Followed by that we have another variable where we have included the actual space between the variable name. That is, we have to included an actual space between the variable name A and B, which is invalid. And lastly, we have declared the variable name with the keyword, which is long. Long happens to be a data type and it is a keyword. So this is also not escapable. Followed by this, we shall move into the preprocessor directives. Now I hope you have understand the operators variables in C program. Next we discuss about the preprocessor directive in next video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.